In 2011, if you wanted to buy a razor, you had to find an employee to unlock a plastic box for you. Welcome to Decoding International Brand, Part 5.
Let's go back to 2011. If you wanted to buy a basic necessity, like a razor, you had to interact with a retail fortress. This balance scale illustrates the bizarre economics of the time. Comparing a standard multi-blade cartridge to raw silver, you would often find the plastic razor actually cost more per gram than the precious metal. To protect those high margins, retailers locked the inventory away. You had to track down a store employee, ask them to open the case, and stand there awkwardly while they handed you a $30 four-pack of blades. Consumers accepted this expensive, tedious routine out of pure necessity. The market offered no viable alternative, trapping buyers in a status quo where a terrible experience was the mandatory price of admission. This chart maps the U.S. razor market at that exact moment. That massive 70% slice belonged entirely to Gillette. To maintain dominance, they spent billions on high-budget ads. Every few years, they added a new blade to justify another price hike. When an entrenched monopoly controls that much of the manufacturing and distribution scale, attacking them on product engineering is a losing battle. A challenger has to attack the purchasing experience. Michael Dubin had zero experience in corporate packaged goods. He was a marketing professional with years of training in improv comedy. His entry into the razor business started at a party, meeting a colleague sitting on a massive, unsellable warehouse surplus of basic twin-blade razors. Looking at that surplus, Dubin recognized a blind spot in the industry. Men didn't actively desire vibrating handles or six-blade technology. They simply wanted a fair price, and they wanted to skip the humiliating trip to the pharmacy display case. By combining a dead-simple delivery subscription with raw, unfiltered honesty, he engineered a precise antidote to the slick, inconvenient retail route the giants relied on. To launch Dollar Shave Club, Dubin wrote and starred in a promotional video himself. He shot it in a single day, inside that same dusty warehouse, spending exactly $4,500 and hiring 0 brand consultants. The resulting 2 minutes were deadpan and entirely absurd. Dubin walked through scenes featuring a man in a bear suit, a toddler shaving a man's head, and a casually wielded machete. He bypassed the technical jargon of his competitors with one blunt sentence: "Our blades are effing great." This line graph tracks the immediate aftermath of the video going live on March 6, 2012. Within 48 hours, the line spikes entirely vertical. The servers crashed, and 12,000 people signed up for a subscription. The campaign exploded because it perfectly articulated a quiet, universal frustration. Viewers gladly distributed the advertisement for free because it genuinely made them laugh out loud and let them in on the joke. While a viral hit captures immediate attention, the business itself relies entirely on customer retention. Dollar Shave Club captured that sudden burst of viral energy and routed it directly into their subscription infrastructure, creating a highly predictable, recurring revenue stream. They kept the brand's irreverent voice consistent across every email, package insert, and bathroom humor magazine shipped. Opening a box of basic toiletries became a reliable moment of entertainment. Because the startup owned the direct relationship with the buyer, Gillette fell into a panic. The massive incumbent suddenly slashed its prices and launched copycat subscription services of its own. Selling straight to the end user, a business model known as direct-to-consumer, or D2C, stripped the incumbent of its retail advantage. The giant was now forced to react to the startup. 4 years after that video went live, the financial payoff arrived. In July 2016, the consumer goods conglomerate Unilever acquired Dollar Shave Club for a reported $1 billion in cash. That massive corporate exit traces straight back to a tiny $4,500 video budget and a surplus warehouse. That success defined the direct-to-consumer playbook that would later reshape an entire industry. Instead of chasing engineering breakthroughs, the company prioritized the customer's relief from a broken retail system. That approach demonstrated that an authentic, honest voice can consistently outmaneuver the most polished production budget. A funny founder in a warehouse proved that even the most entrenched monopolies are highly vulnerable to challengers who figure out how to make them look ridiculous.